Welcome back to the channel. It's Parallel Rail, man. This episode right here, this video right here, I want to title this video, You're Born in This. We are all born in this. Like, I was thinking about this, a couple of days ago, and I seen some things that just popped up on certain feeds that, I was watching. And it was explaining how out of like 700 million, sperm cells, we all made it out. We all made it through. So, I just want to start off by saying you're born into this because you had to fight your way just to be born. You had to fight your way just to be alive in this, world through, biological, things in life. So I just want to say that you're born in this. You're made for this. This life, especially in the West, grew up with, watching so many different things take place that traumatized you, that took place that made you not see how powerful you truly are. So as you go through these things in life and you break the barriers of, your own subconscious, then you understand the beautiful essence of life is within you, and the more you're aligned with yourself, the more that you're aligned with the things that you want to do in life, then you can, birth new things. And just how you was born and your parents birthed you in this world, you can birth things, and you have the power to do that. And you also have the power to not. It's all in you. You have the free will. You have the choice to make those decisions, whatever it is. Because the way I be thinking, I be thinking about creative endeavors. So I'm trying to birth creative endeavors and also keep myself, in a place to where I can align myself to be that, but also embody the energy or try to at least, to match what I'm looking for. It's like you got to meet God halfway, you got to meet the field halfway. And it's beautiful, man. Life is beautiful when, everything don't always go your way, but you find the lessons in it. You find the treasures in it. You find the peace, the solitude, and also you find, what you can do better next time. Because we all here to, evolve. We all here to grow, to be prosperous, to be, somebody in our own eyes first before anybody else see that image. So many times I've done things and I just wanted someone to see that I've done those things, or I was strong, wanted someone to see that I was strong, but you just got to be strong, and whoever see it, see it. Whoever gravitates towards you, gravitates towards you, and that makes it more beautiful because you attract it and rather than chase it. Because we are all brought up in society norms to chase rather than attract. You know, be someone else's employee rather than learning how to embody that energy yourself. Because it does take hard work, but it's more rewarding when you find out that you can do all things. That's what Christ say, right? Or that's what Paul say in Philippians, right? So you can do all things with Christ that strengthens you. So if you is working on yourself and you have the consciousness and the awareness, then you can do all things. But some people may think that you have to die, or some people may think that you have to go some other place to become who you need to be. But it's nothing but here and now. So you have to work on whatever it is that you believe it is that you need to work on now, mentally first, energetically first, and then your body, understands, and then your body gets to moving in those good directions. But you got to train yourself like you would train yourself for a test. You got to study. You got to study yourself more than anybody else, because you study yourself, all the answers are going to come from if you study yourself, you're going to see all the answers in yourself before you even see it in anybody else. And when you see it from someone else, you're going to understand it clearly. It's not going to be an illusion or a veil over your eyes, because so many times veils are over your eyes, because our egos are driven in certain directions. And if you're not in control of your ego, if you let, the TV run while you sleep and you're not even understanding what's on in the TV, then your world just gonna be a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Like so much time I know I spent just having the TV on at night, like all throughout the night, you know. But now I do realize why your parents, you know, when you're growing up, your parents be like, turn the TV on before you go to sleep. Like, why? But I don't know if they know, but you know, you more tapped in, you know, to your dreams, and you can have clear dreams, and you can actually be in control of creating your reality, your destinies, and you know what I'm saying, like your next day more so too, and because you can go to sleep with your own energy, your own vibe, whatever it is, and any fear that you face, you know, you face it in the dark, and when you face it in the dark, then you rise like Batman, you know, Dark Knight Rise, you know, so that's what I be thinking. Because so many times, you know, you cut the TV off and those thoughts of when you were a kid type shit, and those thoughts of it's a monster in your bed or some of that shit, and you realize, damn it, ain't nobody in here. Like what? And then that's when you can play in it. That's when you can walk with the lights off and walk downstairs or something and have that awareness and know that nothing is, you know, here to, you know, mess you up or fear you. It's like you face your fear and then you become one with the thing that feared you, and it gives you power, you know, it gives you strength, it gives you more understanding of yourself. It makes you understand that you're not limited, you're limitless, you're powerful beyond your own measure, beyond your own understanding. That's why you got to keep going forward. That's why you got to keep pedaling and keep driving, because what's here for you right now may not be what you're looking for, but it's the stepping stone to appreciate what you become. You get what I'm saying? If you become whatever it is that you want to become in 3 years, right? This person who you are right now has to give, you know, glory and honor. They have to look back and be like, damn, man, I really did that. I really love myself for that, for sticking through that, battling through all those, you know, tests and whatever that was in my life. And now I'm here. And that stuff made me. That stuff made me stronger, made me better, made me more honorable, made me more humble. Because you get exalted when you're humble. You know, if you always, you know, if you always like, you know, in someone's face and boasting and all this stuff, and your blessings and your good treasures, your good fortune isn't gonna come to you, because it's a give and receive thing. Energy never dies; it always gets transferred. You know, so transmute it. You can transmute it yourself, or it get transferred, so it never dies. So that's why you have to watch what you say, watch how you act, watch your energy, because you know it feeds off to other things and other people, and it disrupt, you know, other things. So that's why it is important to be joyful, to be happy, to whatever going on in your life. Don't let that mess up, you know, your emotional state, like how you feel. You know, you can deal with it for a period of time, but don't let that define you. Because if you let it define you, then that's when you go down that frequency and that reality of, you know, your life not being where you want it to be. You know, you can transmute all this shit. You can transmute all this energy, everything thrown at you, you know, everything that you even throw at yourself. Because it's all a mirror. You do shit to yourself, and then it gets played out in, you know, other parts of the reality. And you may look at it as like someone done something to you, but you actually did it to yourself. So that's why you have to watch what you say, how you act, how you feel, and how you know, speak about other people even when they're not looking, or, you know, especially when it's like a hard situation where you got the right, or you feel like you should speak ill will. That's the time to really transmute that and really send good energy, and really think good and positive about that person, because it's all reality. You can see that person, you know, in a better state, because you can manipulate the reality, because reality isn't fixed. That's the veil. The veil is the fact that reality bends. If the veil is closed, or if the veil is over your eyes, then you think that everything is set in stone, think everything is concrete, but everything's not concrete. You know, things move because it's your inner world is more real than this world. You know, so if your inner world is more real, what is that? It's your imagination, your emotionals, your feelings towards things, you not being overly hyped for things, and because if you're overly hyped for things, and they stay away from you. You know, that's one thing also too. You know, as we kids and shit, right? Let's say like one of your cousins or one of your close friends got something before you, and you was like, you know, psyched because you wanted the same thing. It didn't come to you because you was psyched, you was pressed. You was like, man, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. But then when you seen somebody else have it, you was like, man, your emotions kind of was like, either you became either a hater or you became like, all right, man, whatever, bro. I'll get one later or something like that. And when you had that energy, we like, all right, whatever, bro. I'll get one later, or it'll come to me whenever. Then that's when it come to you. It don't come to you when you looking for it. It come to you when you're not looking for it. And I think that is the reason why you have to keep going forward in life. Because if you stop and wait for things all the time, then your life will just be a stop and go type shit. You know what I mean? If you're going and you're picking up things along the way, then you can understand the value of the things that you're picking up. You know, 'cause sometimes we can hoard things and we don't know that we're hoarding valuable things. But if you're going and you're moving, you can't hoard. You get what I'm saying? You only can assess what it is and value it for what it is as you go. And that's important. The thing that is important, though, and keep striving and keep going forward is if you wait for your blessings, they never come. But if you go and you just be a blessing, you know, then blessings have to come to you. You just live your life. You just be a good person to other people, good energy, good vibe, good, you know what I mean? Good person to be around, good energy to be around, then good things come your way. Good energy come your way, not toxicity, because we all dabble in that toxicity, but you got to understand that the toxicity will, you know, travel with you. It's like if you keep, you know, messing with the bull, you're gonna get the horns. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand that it's two worlds that you can live in. You can live in a world of hate, pain, agony, all this shit, like, you know, grief, all this, or you can live in a different world of joy, bliss, seeing the world for what it is, like true, beautiful essence. Like some things not gonna always seem beautiful to you, but it's beautiful to someone else's eye. And that's what makes it beautiful, because we all are judging beauty from a different standard. We all are judging each other, ourselves, from a different standard. Someone might see you perfect right now, but you think that you need to be, you know, more perfect. And that's just a battle within yourself, you know? And the battle within yourself is actually, you know, a good thing, because it challenges you. It makes you become better. It makes you not look at someone else and see what they have, but look at yourself deeply and see what you're not doing. And then you can do what you need to do and then feel good about yourself for doing those things, and then you want to do other things. That's how the brain works for real. The brain works, if you keep it going, it's going to keep going. But if you stop and don't use it, then you're not going to ever, you know. What's the saying? If you don't use it, you lose it, you know? So, but in the brain sense, you might got to abuse it. You got to use it and abuse it, and abuse it to your, you know, to your benefit. Like, don't just be out here, you know, doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and then think that your brain is working in a good favor for you. Because your mind, your subconscious only going to tell it. Your subconscious only going to say yes. So whatever you tell it, it's going to believe. So you have to believe that you are perfect already, that you are good enough right now, that who you are right now is enough. And that's how you have to believe within yourself. So then you can go about your life and not worry about perspective as others, because your perspective of yourself is way more important than anybody other's perspective. Especially when you really start embodying the energy that you really have within yourself, you really start to see that whatever anybody ever, say or look, you just go about your, your day, you go about your life. And most times, man, you really see that when you vibe on a certain level, like people really don't even see you for real. People don't even look your way unless like you come like right by them or something like that. But more so, man, it's like you're in and out of time, bro. When you really vibing high, you're in and out of the illusion of things, the illusion of just living a certain life that they, program us to live through, you know, school, TV, the news, certain shit that make it sad and shit, man. We know that. So we beat those things that we understand that we're not here to be sad or be angry. We're here to have a higher vibration, be happy, be loving, to love ourselves so we can love others, fill our cup up so we can fill other people, cup up when they in need. That's what it's about, because we all are one. It's an illusion of separation. It's an illusion of this person is not your friend or this person is not your, you know, brother. You get what I'm saying? It's an illusion. So I just want to say, man, you're born into this, man. You're born to succeed, to win. You're born to prosper. You're born to elevate. You're born to enlighten others about your journey. You're born to be somebody first within your eyes before anybody else see it. You're here to live out a life that you're here to live for you. You're not here to struggle. You're not here to be in pain, to be in agony. You're not here to live day by day, paycheck by paycheck. You're here to live, experience. And you got to do that with your mind. You got to use your imagination. You got to see things clearly in your imagination. You got to start practicing using your imagination if you don't use it. Because your imagination is beautiful. That's where everything is all created from, someone's imagination. So you start using your imagination, you start using your God-given power, then you become a God. Parallel Real.